Back now at 11:23, February is Black History Month, and this morning we're shining a spotlight on Miss Wisconsin. Joining me now is Willow Newell, Miss Wisconsin 2025. Willow, it's good to see you. Great to have you in studio with us.
Oh my gosh, it's always a pleasure.
Yes, it is always great to see you. So here we are, February 2026. You're about halfway through your reign as Miss Wisconsin. If folks aren't familiar with you, a Racine native from right here in Southeast Wisconsin, made history as the first Black woman to be crowned Miss Wisconsin late last summer. What did that moment mean for you?
Everything, the world. I had competed for 10 years for Miss Wisconsin and 3 years in the teen organization, 3 years in the Miss. So coming back in June and being able to represent my hometown, to really share my heart with the judges and to finally have the opportunity to compete in Miss America representing the state of Wisconsin as the first Black woman to do so. It's life-changing. My mind is blown every morning I wake up.
Yeah, I've asked you before if that was ever a goal of yours, or did you ever set out to achieve something like that?
I wanted to for years, but I never thought that I could. I was very shy growing up. I didn't think that I looked like what they wanted, and I wasn't being myself most of the time that I competed. And I finally decided to wear my natural hair and to be confident in sharing my background and talking like myself and just embracing every single part of me, and I realized that that's what the judges wanted.
Yeah, and what have you learned about kind of yourself and your own limitations by going through this process and now reigning as Miss Wisconsin?
I learned to be patient with myself. I mean, this job is so demanding. I get to go around the state every single day. I'm in a new county, meeting new people, whether I'm performing, I'm working with the elderly, working with kids. I'm always in service, and so I'm patient with myself on those days that I'm like, I really need a nap right now. But it's been a great journey of growth, and I've just been so grateful for it.
Yeah, tell me about your message and the message that you're actually going out into communities and sharing and talking about.
The Art of Belonging is my community service initiative, and it's all about creating spaces in which people of all backgrounds and walks of life can participate in the arts. Expression is so important, and so I go into places where we have the developmentally disabled who don't often get a chance to perform on stages, and we sing Wicked together, we sing songs from Hamilton, we're singing and dancing together, bringing opportunities to schools, and just showing people that no matter what experience you have in the arts, you can also participate, and you're important in this space.
Yeah, as we mentioned, your reign kind of comes to an end in June, but how will you continue to do that work, and why is it important that you continue to do that work?
I really want to get my master's. I graduated this year with my Bachelor of Arts in Musical Theater, so studying film is my dream. I've always wanted to create stories, historical fiction, share content, and things about people who are often forgotten about in the entertainment industry, so hopefully Hollywood, New York, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I asked you this before, but what would your message be to other young ladies? What's your message? What is your message to other people who either look like you or don't?
Be yourself. It is so important. I think in this world, things can be so scary all the time, and it's important to just hold on to who you are and stay grounded in yourself, and that's the most important lesson that I learned this year.
Do you consider yourself a history maker, a change maker?
I think so. I think other people have made me realize it. I'm just so happy that I get to honor kind of my ancestors' legacy here in Wisconsin and the legacy of all the people who have competed for Miss Wisconsin before me, and hopefully create new legacies by inspiring young women.
Yeah, I think that's fantastic. I think that's what it's about too, the new legacies and showing that history doesn't have to be something old and in the past, but we can all be living history by what we do in our communities as well. Willow, always great to see you. Thanks so much for being here to check up.